Hello, everybody. Welcome to Link Scale Models. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I hope you are all having a really good day today. Uh, I'm just sitting here thinking, and like I do, sitting here all the time by myself because I kind of like hanging out by myself, and you know, and I'm just thinking, and so if I say something stupid, I'm winging it. Forgive me, you know. So. You know, as you spend time on YouTube uh, and you're scrolling through, politics come up quite a bit. You know, not nowadays. And I kind of don't like politics too much right now because I see a lot of unkindness out there right now. But anyway, that's besides the point. But I hear the term one percenter today, and I hear it all the time. You know, we all hear it. The top 1%, the top 1%, and you kind of need, you need someone that makes more, has more money than you to pay you at a job. But anyway, so I retired. I retired. Well, I started collecting my Social Security at 63. So collecting my Social Security, I'm allowed to make 22,300 or 800, somewhere in between there, but just over 22,000, and my Social Security. And if I make over that amount, for every $2 I make on my paycheck, they take $1 away from Social Security. So I'd be working for half my pay. So I don't do that. But where was I going with that now? See, I told you. Oh yeah. So what I did is I'm like, wow, with the money I make in the entire world, I'm not 1% of the country, but let's see what percent I am in the entire world. So I did some research, and I'm in the top 1% if you include the whole entire world. So that means if I am, you know, I'm sure you are too. You know what I mean? And so I was just thinking like how fortunate we are, and how lucky we are to be able to enjoy hobbies. That's what this whole thing is about, hobbies, uh, because and how grateful that I never mentioned it before. I really don't like to talk about it, but like 10 years ago, after me and my girl broke up, I went through a hard time, and I was homeless for 3 years. I spent the winters in my buddy's garage, and the rest of the time in the woods, And fortunately, I like camping. It wasn't all that horrible, but I couldn't have anything. I had no place to live. I had nothing. Like I literally had my backpack. And I had one guitar I kept at my buddy's house, and and my fishing equipment and hunting equipment, and but but so right now, for me to be able to have this place I live, and I only had four guitars, like up till like 16 months ago. I have 14 right now. And if it wasn't for my dad and uncle, my dad gave me some guitars, but my dad and uncle selling them to me, and I want to buy them because it's it's family, and that's something I wanted to have for a keepsake. So you guys seen all the guitars that I bought, but that that is something that never ever happens. You know what I mean? Because like I said, uh, you know, I'm 63 years old, and I had four guitars, and but anyway, to be able to go out and to buy the models, and to buy the paint, sometimes it's tough, like you gotta wait till you have the money to buy the things that you want, like right now I'm thinking of buying that gallery air compressor, and stepping it up from the one I have. And but I gotta put my pennies away. Christmas is coming too. But I just feel so blessed and fortunate, and 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 yeah, and how lucky I was uh, that my neighbor had those 30 models, and he asked me if I wanted to buy them. Because like I said, without that, I probably wouldn't be building today. But I always had hobbies, you know, basically fishing, camping, hiking. Those were kind of like my big hobby. And I was a goaltender in hockey. I love hockey. Hockey's my sport. And but yeah, I just wanted to say how blessed that I think that we all are. I mean, none of us really look hungry. We're not cold. We got a roof over our head. And just how blessed and fortunate we are to be able to enjoy our hobbies. And you guys know, I always say make time for your hobbies. I think they're very important. And I think we're very fortunate to be living in America and to be able to enjoy our hobbies. Because you can't everywhere. And yeah, so, if this was silly, I don't know. I was just thinking, and I just wanted to get it out of my head. All right, so try to make time for your hobbies. I hope you all have a good weekend, and I'll see you Sunday. And if I bored you and this was silly, I'm sorry, guys. All right, good night.